Hello everybody, welcome back to Pink Plants Lady. I am a full-time author and also a planning enthusiast. So I love doing planner spreads, and today I am going to be sharing a spread for the week of the 6th through the 12th of April, and I will be doing a cherry theme spread. I printed this out myself and I did not do it in a silhouette file because I was being lazy. And now that I think about it, cutting it out is probably more work than if I would have just set it up in the silhouette and let the silhouette do all the work for me. But I didn't do that. I decided to take a shortcut, and now I'm having to cut out all the art. So while I'm doing that, I will tell you guys a little bit about what's going on in my writing world. So I have started a new series that started in January, and they are shorter books that take place, and the stories take place in a small village on the Isle of Skye during medieval times. These are a little bit more heartwarming stories. They are not your typical clan battles and swords and people's arms getting chopped off and all that kind of stuff. This is more like village life, and the conflicts that happen are more of on a personal level, and so you get to figure out how people get over things that happen in their lives and how they come together as couples. And you get to know some of the villagers, the bakers, the miller, the blacksmith, all those people that live in a village. And I think that's what makes it a little bit more, I don't know, I'm really enjoying the sharing the village life and getting to know how people lived, back in those times in the villages and everyday life of a regular person in medieval villages. So I've been doing a lot of research and getting to know a lot about it, and I'm really kind of enjoying it. There's a lot of things I didn't know, which I'm learning, because usually I would write about, my stories usually take place at the keep, and then it's about the laird and his family, and they have a little bit more privileges. They don't have any money situations. Sorry about that. I was saying before my dog started barking his little head off, and he's still doing it, of course. He has the highest pitched bark. It is so annoying. You can hear it for miles. My husband takes the other dog for a walk, and he says he can hear him, especially if the window's open from far away. It's so aggravating. All right, I'm trying to decide if I need any. I don't think I'm going to use a cherry pie. Should I? I don't know. I don't really like the idea of the cherry pie or these cherries, but I might end up using them. So let me, I do love this jar, but I don't want to repeat too much of the art. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out these cherries. Maybe I'll cut out these two and then decide if I'm going to be using them. And of course, he has been really quiet until I start recording. And I don't know if they can hear me talking in here. Maybe he thinks there's somebody in here with me. I don't know what. But usually he sits by the window and he barks at people walking by. And if they have a dog, if they're walking a dog, then all bets are off. But the thing is that at the time that I'm recording, there usually aren't any dog walkers. Usually in the evening, about between 5 and 7 is when all the dog walkers are out. And I have to put the closed captioning on the television because I can't hear anything because of the yappy dogs. They're both of my dogs are yappy, but the boy dog's bark is so shrill that it's so loud. All right, so I have everything cut out. I'm trying to decide if I want to make a sporadic spread or if I want to make it like across the middle. been a while since I did one across the middle, but I think because of the style of art, I don't think I'm going to do that. So let's see. And I don't want to put these like exactly the same, but at the same time, I don't know that people, because people are going to be staring at my planner. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, I love that basket. I don't remember where I got this art. I think it was from an Etsy shop, but I might be wrong. I might have gotten it from the interweb, from, what do you call it? Googling. I'm not positive though. In this Seasonal Love thick sticker book from Live Love Posh, there were some reddish boxes that I think I'm gonna use if I can find them again. Where were they? Well, I thought they were in the right there, but let's look back here. There's these. I don't know. There was like a bunch of reddish boxes. Did I dream that? I should have left it open to where I found them. Oh, here they are. Look, ta-da, ask and you shall receive. So I have this red, and then I don't know if there's a green maybe I could use. That's not really a green. It's sort of a green, but it's a different kind of green. I had another book, but I decided that whatever I needed I would get from this book, and I wasn't going to go through 300 books. And what about this green? Okay, let me put down some red boxes and we'll go from there. Now I only have, looks like I only have these. And that's 4 boxes. I don't really like those little skinny ones. And so then let's see if I can find the green ones. Oh no, is he gonna do this the whole time? And the problem is I can go and tell him to be quiet, but he won't. It'll just be me screaming at him and him looking at me like, what? Okay, walk away, lady, so I can continue on my barking spree. So yeah, I started talking about my books and got distracted by the dog. So I am going to be writing the, I am in the process of writing the 3rd book in the series. The first book is called The Archer's Wish, and it's about an archer who is injured. So this is all about the tragic hero who's been through a lot and is trying to, you know, figure out his life, that kind of thing. And then the second story is about the village healer, and he is also kind of a tragic hero, but his issue is that he was injured. No, he wasn't injured. I think he has a oh Lord, that dog. I might have to do a voiceover if he keeps doing this. His issue is that he was heartbroken. He was he went through a horrible heartbreak. Like, this girl did him wrong, super wrong. And so he is kind of a confirmed bachelor. And so then he, of course, meets this woman in the village. Well, he knows her already. And so it's a Friends to Lovers. The second book is a Friends to Lovers. And like I said, he already knows her, and he's kind of like trying to decide, I don't know, he's kind of in that, you know, that place where he's like starting to feel that, or realize he has feelings for her, but at the same time, he's not sure he is ever going to be able to trust, although she seems to be like the best kind of person. But in jumps this village hoochie who's been after him and makes the girl that he likes think that that he is seeing her. So that is the big issue there. So then the third book is The Blacksmith. And his issue is that his body is burned. Like he lost his parents and his, what do you call it? His home and everything to a fire. And it's kind of like, and kind of ironic because he is a blacksmith and he takes over the business, the family business, because his father trained him. And so he doesn't think he'll ever meet someone or get married or anything because, of his body being burned and stuff like that. Although people know about his injuries, but they don't know the extent of it or how bad it is. And so just, he can hide it under clothing. And then he has scars on his face, but he hides them because he wears a beard. Bless his pointy head. Feel sorry for him. Is that too much of a repeat to have that there? Maybe I can put this like backwards or sideways. I don't think it'll matter that much, will it? I don't know if I should have put it here and put the basket up there. And that way it won't look like a repeat. Let's see if this will pick up without tearing my paper. So then this one, he has this nemesis in the village. And by nemesis, I mean him and this girl just don't get along. And the girl was his sister's friend since they were 10 when he was 20 at the time. And the girl was like such a pest, always like underfoot and stuff. And she's grown up to be a beauty, but he's, now he kind of feels interested, he's interested in her, but at the same time, he's like, no, my body's tore up from the floor up. I really don't want to bind a person to me. Especially a woman to be married to me because, they see me without clothes and it's all going to be all over, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and by the way, he is super good looking. So all the women in the village always, keep an eye on him, but he's also very gruff. So they kind of keep their distance because he doesn't seem to be very friendly. Except for her, she always argues with him. So yeah, it's kind of a sort of a enemies to lovers story. And yeah, that's the book I'm writing right now. And I can't wait for this to see how this one goes. I don't outline or plot. I am what is called a pantster, P-A-N, like a pair of pants, pantster, which means that I go, kind of plot as I go. I'm just as surprised as the reader while I'm writing the book. And that's my way of writing, because if I plot out a book, my brain is like, okay, book done. What's next? I just can't. I don't. My mind automatically thinks that I wrote the book already. So I have in the past, if I get stuck, if I write myself into a corner, then I'll sit there and try to plot and figure out what to do. What should I do next kind of thing. But it's really not often. It is often that I write myself into a corner. It's not often that I stop and plot. But I will do that sometimes. Or I'll go to AI and ask, what scene should I write next? Or I'll ask the AI, this is where I'm stuck, what would work next? And sometimes that helps me get unstuck. Other times I just have to go back and rewrite things, which that part sucks. All right. So this is the cherry spread so far. I do have this left, but I don't know that it'll look good anywhere. I'm going to add a quote, so where is my black quotes book? Somewhere around here. Oops, I just banged this thing. Okay. Let's see if I have something that celebrates spring. Where flowers bloom. Love grows here. I wish there was something to do with cherries or fruits or something, but I don't know. What does this say? I don't know. You call them swear words, I call them sentence enhancers. This would be kind of cute because it's kind of tart and sassy, like cherries are tart and sassy. So maybe I'll do that. These are cute. Punch today in the face. I like this one, no idea what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm gonna do that one. If I can get it up. I did organize my desk, by the way, so I can see where my things are. I ended up using like one of those makeup organizers. They're flat and made out of acrylic. And so I have everything standing up and I can see it over there. So I like it. It's kind of nice to see where my stuff is. You guys should be impressed. You saw how quickly I reached over and found this thing that is not working. So I'm gonna reach over now and get tweezers and see if that'll work better. I'm gonna end up ruining this sticker. Okay. I am so proud of myself for being organized. Well, one corner of my life is organized. I don't know about the rest. So I'm gonna put punch today in the face on this one right here, and then no idea what I'm doing. It's gonna go down here, and then I'm gonna add the sprig, this sprig, I think, like that. I hate that it's like at the same level as this, so I might move that. So let me put this down first. You know, it always works out that way. It seems to work out that I end up putting stickers almost in the same place. I don't know if it's because of the type of sticker and that it ends up going like that or what. That's cute. And then let's pick up this one and move it. And you know, the secret to staying organized, we learned in kindergarten. If you borrow something or take something, put it back exactly where you got it from. I don't know if you guys were paying attention in kindergarten, but I was not paying that much attention, obviously. Well, actually, I didn't go to kindergarten. Come to think of it, I was living in Mexico. Not that, do they even have kindergarten there? I don't know. Back in the Stone Age when I was born, they might have not had kindergarten. I don't know. They probably did, but anyway, I didn't go to school in Mexico. I didn't start school till I was like 6, 7. I don't even know, but it was in the US. All right, I am going to put the cherry here. Cover up that word note. And just randomly there. Okay. Am I done? I feel like it needs something else, but I don't know what. I do have some more cherries that I could cut out, but I don't know that I could add anything else to it. I mean, I could cut these flowers out and do something with them up here, but no, I have the right here and here, here. This one is kind of, okay. Here I don't have that much area to write. Well, I can write there. I don't really write every single day. I kind of write ideas. Like sometimes like here I would write here, and then maybe here I would write across both days. So once I get pictures and stuff like that, and you know what, I think I'm going to leave it alone because I am going to be on a cruise and I might be adding pictures. So yeah, I will leave it as is. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below, and thank you so much for watching.